Hi everybody, Ann with Wonder Woman Coaching. Coming to you later again tonight because of course my kids had stuff going on this evening, so you get this in when you can get it in. So we're still talking about our vertical planter project. We've talked about how to build it, where you're going to place it, buying your flowers. Now we're ready to start. Hey Don, now we're ready to start actually, and Lori, hi. Planting. So to begin with, I'm going to try and make everybody seasick as I turn this around and move the camera around. I like to pot on a table, and I credit my husband for this. Easier on my back. It was a great suggestion that he gave me when I started this. Hello, Miss Sally. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to turn this around. And look, there's a beautiful picture of my car. Okay, so you're going to want, like I said, I like to pot on a table. You're going to want your planter basket that you got here, your soil that hopefully you bought when you bought your flowers. I like to use my little, spade here to put my potting soil into my planter. Now, if you're like my daughter, she just uses her hands. It's fine. I also tend to pot with my rings on. Please don't tell my jeweler because they don't really like that so much. You're going to need your herbs and or your flowers, and then you're also going to want some water for when you're done. So if you follow the directions, and again, I follow the directions because if you remember, I'm a novice. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It tells you to fill your planter, hey Sarah, a third of the way full with your potting soil when you start. Hey Angie. And I can tell you from experience, when I didn't follow these directions before, I'd always put whatever soil I thought in, and then I'd take my plants in, and they'd be too tall for the pot, and you'd have to take the dirt out. So anyway, follow the directions. Says to try and a third of the way full. So then you want to take your plants out of their containers, and I have two different kinds. Again, I'm going to show you. I got these herbs that come in a container that once you take this plastic wrap off here, you could plant the whole thing in, and that's perfect. Super easy. They just recommend that you take the bottom off, you water it first, get it some damp. Plant it all in. This will biodegrade. Super easy. The other way you're going to find a lot of your other flowers are in these little plastic pots here. And you can just squeeze the bottom, and the plant maybe pulls out just like this, and then you stick that in the dirt, and away you go. Now again, hopefully you have a plan. I of course did not. So you want to pick your flowers, put them in whatever order you want to put them in your planter. Once you've got that done, you're going to fill in around with the soil, the potting soil that you had. Again, read your directions. My pot that I'm going to plant with the biodegradable one, you're going to cover like up above the pot. And the other ones you're going to cover, typically they tell you just to the same soil amount that it was. Hey Joel! Anyway, so that's what you got going on there. When you're done planting everything, have the soil to the level that you want. If you want to water it well with water. Well, of course, that would make sense. I would prefer to water them once I put them on my vertical hanger, as opposed to watering them first and then carrying them, and then they drip everywhere and I get dirty, and that just doesn't make me happy. So whichever you prefer, that's great. So those are our steps. I'm going to get to planting this stuff, and tomorrow we will talk about actually putting it all together and what it looks like when we are all finished. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon.